स्टार्ट हो गया। इसका मतलब है मेरा घर पढ़ना।
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. Before we begin the Enlightened Faculty Development Program, third day, let us take a moment to invoke the blessings of Almighty. Now I invite Dr. K. Valarmadi ma'am to lead us in prayer.
Good afternoon to one and all gathered here. Prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we gather before you today as educators seeking to enhance our skill and knowledge. We pray for wisdom, creativity, and passion as we learn and grow. Grant us the ability to inspire and motivate the participants to create engaging environment and to foster a learning. Bless our resource person, Dr. M.D. Vasambariyu, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, PEDAGOGY College, with clarity and insight and experience. May his sharing enrich us and equip us for our roles. May our interaction be marked by respect and empathy and collaboration. May we support one another in the journey of development. So this the faculty development program. So show your grace. So we ask for your guidance, protections, and blessings as we strive for excellence in education. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
To welcome someone is to make them feel at home. And what better way to begin that with a heartfelt welcome? Now, welcome Mrs. V. Saraswati ma'am to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon to one all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you to this National Faculty Development Program, a platform where minds meet, ideas grow, and knowledge is shared across the nation. First and foremost, we thank God Almighty for blessing us with this wonderful opportunity to connect, collaborate, and learn together. It is my honor to welcome our beloved chairman and founder, very Reverend Father Dr. J. Arulraj, whose vision and spiritual guidance continue to inspire our academic journey and empower our mission toward excellence. We are also privileged to have our esteemed administrator, Dr. M. Baby, whose unwavering support and leadership have been a driving force behind the success of all our institutional initiatives. A warm welcome to you, sister. A special welcome to our dynamic and committed principal, Dr. R. Ruben, under whose direction and encouragement this FDP has taken shape. Sir, we are grateful for your constant motivation. I welcome you, sir. We are truly honored by the presence of our resource person, Dr. Mohammed Basambari. You, sir, your gracious acceptance to be part of this FDP adds great value to our event. We eagerly look forward to your address and insights. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
We also extend our warm greetings to our head of the department, Dr. K. Valarmadi ma'am, who has played a pivotal role in organizing and coordinating this FDP. Thank you, ma'am, for your continued dedication.
Thank you.
To our respected faculty members, technicians, students, and participants from various institutions, your presence here today reflects your eagerness to grow and engage in meaningful academic dialogue. We sincerely welcome you all and hope this FTP will be fruitful and inspiring experience for everyone. Let us make the most of this opportunity to connect, contribute, and collaborate as we embark on this learning journey. Once again, I welcome you all wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Thank you, Saraswati ma'am, for setting a warm and hopeful tone for the day. Every learning experience is enriched by wisdom of those who guide us. Now I invite Dr. K. Valarmadi ma'am to introduce the resource person.
It is my privilege to introduce our today resource person, Lady Dr. M.D. Vasambari, MSc MPhil, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, New College. So he's a wonderful resource person. He completed 8 PhD degree, 10 PhD degree and MPhil 2 degree, and he also completed 3 certificate courses. So he is a dynamic personality and a dynamic role in various field of research and education, especially
Ma'am, voice is
education
not
field.
clear, ma'am. It's giving echo, ma'am. Please mute one.
Okay, now audible. Now is it
Okay,
clear?
ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, our resource person has completed PG degree, 10 PG degree and 2 MPhil degree and 3 certificate courses. He also plays an important role in improving education. He got medals, awards in various fields, more than 27 best educated awards in the field of education, research, and teaching pedagogy. He has also attended several national and international faculty development programs, seminar, and workshop more than 30. And he presented more than 24 papers in various reputed journals like UGC, Catalyst, and Scopus Web of Science. He got outstanding paper award more than 25. So he also went as a chief guest in medias like Tamil Daily TV and Namma Vasal. The program name is Namma Vasal and Raj Television's Enna Padikalam. So then he recent last month, he won the Guinness record for World Record event, recognized in the World Record oldest star for spreading joy and well-being in the 2025. So such a wonderful resource person being with us today, National FDP programs. Once again, welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Dr. Mohammed Wasim Bari, sir, to take over the session.
Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In the name of Almighty, most gracious, most merciful, respected Principal of St. Joseph College, Chennai, Dr. Ruben, the Diamond of Excellence, respected Head of the Department of Administration, the 5 days virtual mode development program, Dr. Valarmati, the guide co-convener of this 5 days virtual mode faculty development program, Mrs. Saraswati, the hallmark of perfection, faculty of the Department of Business Administration, St. Joseph College, the pillars of the next generation students, dear participants, and dear fellow research scholars. A warm welcome to all of you from my end. I take immense pleasure to be a resource person for this 5 days virtual mode faculty development program on the theme the challenges and issues of applying recent tools and techniques in teaching and research pedagogy. Well, it's a very interesting and a very need of the hour, the theme of this virtual mode faculty development program has been uh, kept by the department, the challenges, issues, and the techniques in teaching and research pedagogy. As part of this 5 days virtual mode faculty development program, I am here to give some of the key valuable inputs on the topic, the impact of teaching, learning, and research in higher education, in which I shall be able to put light on 10 different aspects of the teaching process, learning process, and the research process. I hope everyone will get some valuable input in this time duration. For the topic of learning, how learning is there in our lifetime. To see as a teaching fraternity, as a teacher, or as a faculty, how should we have the concept of learning? I would categorize the concept of learning into three subcategories, that is learn, relearn, and unlearn. So learning, when we come to the concept of learning, so in higher education, we have the traditional system of learning where we can be able to see the concept of the conceptual method in which we can be able to have the different types of teaching aids, the different types of teaching patterns, the different types of teaching strategies, different types of teaching methods, which are traditionally areas which has existence. But as the system of education has grown, as the system of learning has migrated traditional system to the modern system or to the electronic system or to the digital system, we have to equip ourselves, we have to frame ourselves, we have to design ourselves, we have to restructure ourselves into learning process, simultaneously some unlearning process, and also the relearning process. Well, when we come to the concept of learning, it's a continuous process. This is the first and foremost definition, or the first and foremost basic criteria which I would insist for any kind of teacher. It is not that we should be subject oriented. It is not that we should be only a bookworm. It is not that we should be only the concept what has been given in the syllabus. We should come something out of the box. We should come something out of our methodology. So methodology should be different from one person of teaching to different person of teaching. It is not that the methodology should be a constant. The methodology should be varying from one type of presentation to the next presentation, or one type of teacher to other type of teacher. So in this aspect, learning is a continuous process. My dear beloved participants, my dear beloved teachers, please try to insist your learning into a continuous process. It should not be a one-time learning. It should not be a one-time completion. It should not be like so. So learning at any cost, you should have the constant and the volatile different types of methods of learning. So we are supposed to be blessed that we have born in the previous century, and we are living in the present century, or we can call the digital century, the 21st century. So here we have seen the system of learning has changed from the traditional system to different types of unwavering and unstoppable different types of learning methods. So we should, at the maximum, we should to the highest level blend ourselves in different types of learning methods where we can be able to incorporate the need of the society, where we can be able to fulfill the requirements of students, we can be able to have the gap to be fulfilled from the yesteryears to the recent years. So take the present example of this faculty development program. So this is a virtual mode of a faculty development program where different types of teachers, different types of faculty from different corners of the world, we are assembled at one point. So this is one type of teaching method. This is one type of learning method. I am here to give some sort of valuable input, and from the other end, most of the participants are here to gather most of the input or most of the suggestions, what is being insisted or what has been given through this network. So this is one type of learning. So we should be able to incorporate all the dimensions. It's not to have only one type of door. It is not that we should have only one type of traditional system. As we are growing, as we are learning, our type of teaching method should also be to the existent, which should be fulfilled from the other end, which should be fulfilled, what is expected from the other end. So this is one of the most important criteria which I'm insisting in today's presentation. That is the sub criteria, the learning method. When we come to the concept of relearn, so what is relearn? So we might be wondering what is relearn. So most of the things we have to relearn, we have to redesign it, we have to reframe it, we have to restructure it, we have to remodule it. So this is one of the we can say one of the important factors. This is one of the important one of the important aspects where, as a teacher, we should be able to cooperate with the current present generation students. So as a teacher, we should not be sticking towards only one type of teaching aid. Rather, we should be sticking to different types of multiple options. So options are plenty. It is we can choose any of the options. So relearn is slightly changing from the yesteryears or the traditional system into the new type of system. This is what we call relearn. So this is most important. This is also vital in today's present generation. How should we go into the teaching pedagogy? So pedagogy clearly says that we should not be having only one type of dimension. We should not having only one type of resource. We should not have only one type of tool. We should not have only one type of network. We should not have only one type of learning system. Rather, pedagogy says clearly it gives the vast scope that pedagogy can be changing from time to time. Pedagogy can be changing from mode to mode. Pedagogy can be changing from scenario to scenario. Pedagogy can be changing from the need of the expectation of the learners, the need of the fulfillment of the requirement of the higher education system. So we are supposed to be fortunate that we are living in such a digital world. We are connected with the globally that we can be able to have the concept of relearn in a very easy way, in a very dignified way, in a very matured way. We can be able to make ourselves from the old system into the new system. This is what I wish to I wish to insist in this teaching pedagogy in higher education. The third important factor, what I would like to insist here is the unlearn. So what is unlearn? Something which is not necessary, something which is not supposed to be needed. So it is not that we should be placing on the table of the students, we should be placing on the board, we should be placing on the presentation. It is not, it is like so. So unlearn. So sometimes we have to be equipping ourselves, sometimes we have to be redesigning ourselves, and sometimes which is not necessary. It is better that we can be able to discard it, we can be able to remove it, we can be able to dump it, we can be able to outstate. Rather, we can be able to give some new dimensions or new inputs by way of this unlearn. So this is what the three basic criteria, what I would like to insist in the impact of teaching, learning and research process. So this will play a very vital role. So as we are supposed to be equipping ourselves with the learning system, with the unlearning system, and also with the relearning system, ultimately our audience, our students, our participants, our the learners who are in front of us, or who are able to get some resource from us, they will be having the fulfillment of expectation. So this is more important. So here the outcome should be very good. So we have to think of the outcome, how the outcome should come into a very prosperous way, how the outcome shall come into a very good flavors, how the outcome should will come into a good the expected way. So this is the three basic factors, that is learn, unlearn and relearn. I hope good input on this learn, unlearn and relearn system. The fourth important factor, what I would like to present here is the transformation. So it is a great value, it is a great responsibility, it is a great the privilege that we are going to transform from one aspect to the other aspect. We are going transform from one type of mode to other type of mode. We are going to transform from one type of mind to the other type of mind. So this is called transformation, and transformation really plays a very important role. Transformation plays a very pivotal role. Transformation plays a very very essential role in terms of this teaching, learning, and research process. So one should not have monotonous type of method. One should not have the stereotype of method. One should not have only one type of the trait. Rather, as a presenter, as a teacher, so when we come across with the above three main basic factors, learn, unlearn, and relearn system, ultimately we are in path of transforming what the energy, what the input, what the quality, what the subject knowledge, what the technical knowledge, what the different types of the research process we have in our mind, we have in our process, we have in our methodology, we should be able to transfer it in a very enthusiastic way. We should be able to transfer it into a very fruitful way. We should be able to transfer it in a very best way. So this is a great responsibility of a teacher in terms of this transformation. So we can see this transformation has made some of the great teachers. So this transformation has made some of the great learners to be worldwide more popular. So please, my dear beloved participants, when you come across with the learn, unlearn, and relearn system, you should be able to, in a better position, you should be able to grow yourself, you should be able to upload yourself, you should be able to upgrade yourself, you should be able to transform yourself, that you should have the value of this transformation process. And ultimately, it is very easy. It is not that it's very difficult. The only thing is we should be able to adapt with the different types of scenarios. We should be able to frame with the different types of the existing systems, and we can be able to remodulate, we can be able to restructure it, we can be able to reframe it, we can be able to redesign it. Ultimately, this transformation can be a very easy process. It is not so difficult. The only thing is our interest, and we have to think in the larger interest of the best outcome. So outcome is always essential. It is not that we have been given responsibility, we have certain tasks, and we can be able to complete that task, we can be able to fulfill that task. Apart from it, we should have the enthusiasm, we should have the spirit, we should have the eagerness that we can be able to give a better transformation to the next part of the book. We can be able to give the better transformation to the next learners. We can be able to give the better transformation to the next generation. We can be able to give the better transformation to the persons who are in need. So in this criteria, if we have this kind of eagerness, and if we have this kind of thirst in our mind and in our presentation, in our spirit, ultimately this transformation may go a long way in the years to come. The fifth important factor, what I would like to insist here in terms of the impact, how our impact gives a good name, how our presentation gives a good impact among the learners, among the students, or among the participants. It is the audience-centered approach. Our presentation, our way of delivery, our way of the interaction should be live. It should be audience-centered. It should not be seeing at one place, or seeing on the walls, or seeing at on the board, or seeing only on the books. It should not be like so. We should be giving an eye on all the participants. If they're in your hall, in your classroom, in your presentation area, if there are 200 participants, you should have an eye on all the 200 participants. It is not that you can gauge the participants. You can just have an eye on the participants, so that the participants should feel that you are having value for them. You are having a note on them. So this is audience-centered approach. So this will create a great impact in terms of our presentation. Whatever we might be having the subject skill, whatever we might be having the technical skill, whatever we might be having the good communication skill, but if you don't give this audience center, if you don't give this audience attention, if you don't give this audience in a very good way, ultimately chances are that better chances are that our delivery of lecture may go into futile, our delivery of the lecture may go into vain, our delivery of the presentation may not be able to understandable by the audience. So psychologically also it is proven that audience attention is more important when we are interacting. It is a one-to-many participation. It is not that it is a monotonous one-to-one participation, rather it is a one-to-many participation where we have great responsibility, we have more tasks, we have more thinking that in front of me, I have more persons, I have more audience, I have more learners, I have more participants, so that my attention should be reachable to a mind of the audience. My presentation should be able to give the best valuable input to all the participants. So in this aspect, the fifth important criteria which I would like to insist on giving the impact of teaching, learning, and research processes, the audience-centered attraction, or the audience-centered approach, or the audience-centered attention. We can call it in any name, but the focus is on audience-centered. The audience can be any gender. The audience can be any people. The audience can be younger to us. Sometimes audience can be elder to us also. So if when we come to this kind of forum, in these kinds of online meet, we can expect different types of audience from different types of demographic regions, different types of background, different types of education, uh, different types of education qualification. So we can expect the audience may be elder to us also. So if we have the proper audience attention, ultimately our input, our delivery, our presentation, what we are giving, it will reach to the highest epitome, it will reach to the maximum to the minds of the audience, and they will be able to inculcate, they will be able to equip, they will be able to transform from them to the others. So it is a linked process. So from our, it is going to transform others, from others it is going to transform some others. So it is a linking process that this transformation may go in the long way. So the fifth important factor is audience centered attention, or the audience centered approach, or the audience centered the presentation. The sixth important factor which I would like to insist in today's presentation, in today's this particular topic, the impact of teaching, learning, and research, is it is supposed to be blended learning and teaching. So we are in a scenario, we are in a circumstances, we are in a kind of a community where sometimes we have the traditional type of learning, sometimes we have the physical type of learning, sometimes we have the blended type of learning where we have both physical sessions and we have both the online type of system. So I'm very happy. From the past 3 days, I am also associated with this faculty development program sessions, where I can be able to see the strength of the audience is huge. So it shows that they are much active, they are much integrated with the type of learning system. So as the situation transforms, as the situation changes, as the different types of networks are available, as different types of learning systems are being into existence, we have to mold ourselves, we have to transform ourselves, we have to equip ourselves, we have to be changing into that kind of environment. It is not that I will be sticking to only one type of environment. I will not be sticking to the modern gadgets. I will not be sticking to the recent trend of the tools what is being in the system of education. If I am like so, I will not be in the box. Rather, I will be out of the box. So this is the more important scenario, where in today's scenario we can see the blended type of learning and teaching has become very common. Sometime before, some 5 years before, or some 4 years before, it was something new to this education field. But now it has become a day-to-day scenario. It has become a day-to-day activity that learning can be blended also. The learning can be traditional also. The learning can be only online mode also, sir, where we can see the wonders are taking place. It is not that in this type of system the wonders may not take place. The wonders may take place where there is a will, where there is a spirit, where there is a eagerness, where there is the full attention. So wonders will take place automatically in that type of situations, in that type of system. So in the impact of teaching, learning, and research process, as a teacher, as a professor, as a presenter, we should be always accustomed with the blended type of learning and blended type of teaching scenario also. The seventh important is a key factor. What I would like to insist here is the communication. Of course, communication is also more important. So you might ask a question, what is this communication? Don't we have the communication? So communication gives the importance of the person. The communication reveals how the person is involved in the communication aspect. It can be any language. It is not that it should be only in one language. We might have bilingual language presentation. We can have trilingual language presentation, or we can have only one type of language presentation. But we should be very peculiar. We should be very cautious. We should be very careful in our communication process also, because communication is something like what the content we have, what the input we have, what the treasury we have, that makes us to present in a very easy way, that makes us to present in a very attractive way, that makes us to present in a very feasible way, that makes us to present us in a very convenient way. And on the other end, it is a kind of impact on the audience. It is a kind of impact on the other end. It is a kind of impact on the receivers. So always when we have a sender and receiver, the receiver is more important. The receivers are taken more attention. It is not that I know everything, I can be able to present, I can be able to deliver, I can be able to convey, I can be able to grasp in a very feasible way. It might not happen unless and until our communication is more fruitful, our communication is more vital, our communication is very strong, our communication is very effective. So sometimes the teachers lack due to the poor communication, even though they might be having more technical stuff, they might be having subject knowledge, they might be very much prepared, they might have done very lengthy preparations, but when it comes to the concept of communication, ultimately at some area, at some place, at some point, at some the in the graph, they fail to have the good presentation, they fail to have the good delivery of the what they have the content in their mind or in their subject. So my dear beloved participants, as a teacher, as a presenter, as a learner in the teaching fraternity, it is very important that it will give a long lasting impact. Our communication should be very fruitful, our communication should be very essential, our communication should be very effective, and our communication is very, it is mandatory. It is not that the communication is optional. The communication is supposed to be mandatory. Whatever language we use, it is our choice. But when we use a particular language, we should be very peculiar in the particular language, and it will give a long-lasting impact in the delivery of the particular subject, and that will easily grasp the minds of the audience for a longer time. So we have two types of learning system. One is short type of learning system. One is other is the long time of learning system. Our learning should be in the long-term memory and in the long run. So for the long-term memory and in the long run, it is mandatory. It is essential. It is compulsory. It is not optional. It is supposed to be fixed that our communication should be very vital, our communication should be very effective, and it should be very fluent also in terms of creating a good impact, in terms of becoming a great role model to the audience, or to the society, to the community, and to the different types of environments wherever we are supposed to be mingled. The seventh important factor, what I would like to give more importance in terms of the impact of teaching, learning, and research processes, the body language. Of course, this is also more important. So we are in the online mode today, so we can be able to have only, it will not be that our body language is more important here. But when you go to the physical sessions, when you go to the live sessions, when you go to the person-to-person sessions, so the body language also plays a very vital role. The body language also plays a very key role in terms of our different types of information. So, my dear participants, so whatever on the right hand side we have subject knowledge, whatever we are facilitated with the technical equipments, whatever we have the different types of surroundings. So these types of some presentation, these types of some important key aspects that we sometimes most of the times we are not aware of this. So we should be giving we should give importance on these kinds of aspects also. These types of key factors also. That is the body language also. Of course, this is I'm not supposed to give more importance on this. More input of it. It is a separate topic. But when it comes to the concept of impact, so impact plays a very key role. So an impact of a person, an impact of a presenter, an impact of a resource person, an impact of a teacher, an impact of a trainer, an impact of the expert lies in all these aspects. It is not just only one type of aspect. Many aspects, many a frame, many angles they are considered. And in this scenario, these types of essential needs are also vital to create a good impact for the teachers, for the faculty to be giving more concentration. The eighth important factor is some of the pitfalls. So when it comes to the pitfall, when it comes to the drawbacks, when it comes to the different types of scenario, sometimes some teachers or some presenters lack due to the stress, due to the improper preparation, due to the fearing of the audience, or due to the nervous, or due to the, we can call it as a kind of imbalance. So why it happens? It is only the backbone of this is the improper preparation. So I would insist here. So whenever you are to be a presenter, whenever you are to be a teacher, whenever you are to be a scholar, whenever you are to be a resource person, whenever you are to be important, you are given an expert in a particular domain, in a particular area, in a particular concept, in a particular subject, please have the preparation well in advance. It is not a one-time preparation. Go for multiple types of preparation. That preparation makes you the more enlightened. That preparation makes you the more confidence. That preparation makes you the more possibility that you are a good presenter, that you are a good able to make the audience more attractable. You can be able to have your presentation in a very optimistic way. So sometimes it may go in futile also. There is a chance. There are chances that your presentation, your way of delivery, your way of attracting the audience, your way of the audience-centered approach, your way of communication, sometimes it may go in futile also. Sometimes it may be vain also. The efforts, the different types of sacrifices, what you did, it might not be up to the mark. So, my dear beloved participants, the ninth important key factor is the poor performance of the pitfalls, the poor performance of a learner or a teacher or a research scholar may go into vain. So, please give importance, please give concentration on this circumstance, on this to overcome this type of pitfall, so that you can be on the right hand side, you can be on the other side, you can be able to prove yourself that you are not least, that you are not below the mark, you are not a good presenter, you are supposed to be a valuable presenter. It is in your hands, it is in your the style, it is in your methodology, how you make the session, how you make the audience, how you make the delivery of the content of the particular concept, how you make the different type of presentation into a very fruitful way, into a very easy way, into a very grasping way, into a very interesting way. Sometimes the audience should feel that, oh, this session has come to such a easy 1 hour, 1.5 hour. We would be happy that if the session goes on for another 1 hour, if the session will go on for another half an hour, if the session can extend. That kind of spirit, that kind of eagerness, that kind of that mentality should come from the audience side, for which this pitfall should be avoided from our end. This pitfall should be completely eradicated from our end. This we should take into high consideration. Sometimes we lack. Sometimes we have ourselves overconfidence. This overconfidence sometimes may leak us, may remove us out of the box. Sometimes it make us to get some drawbacks or some black marks like so on. So my dear beloved participants, the ninth important key factor is please try to overcome the pitfalls in your presentation, particularly in teaching, learning and research process. The 10th important factor is the research. So what is research? Today we have plenty of tools of this particular, I'm very happy, this particular theme of this faculty development program, the challenges and issues of applying recent tools and techniques. So see, when we have a good system, there comes automatically the backbone, there comes automatically the other side of the system, its drawbacks, its difficulties, its disadvantages, its faults. We cannot expect all the systems are always good. We cannot say all the systems are always giving the advantages. Many systems, or I will proudly say, any system, when it comes into field, when it comes into any type of execution, ultimately that system has a drawback. That system has its own disadvantage. That system has its own demerits. That system has its own pitfalls. So we should be very cautious. We can gain more advantage of the system. So in the recent scenario, I am sorry to record, most of the people or most of the presenters, even most of the students, we can be able to witness that they are not aware, they are not having the sense of writing a paragraph. They go to the recent tools, they go to the recent type of technological advantages, and they just make their mind empty. They make their mind idle. They make their mind not to do research. I always insist, please give research to your mind. Whether the same paragraph has been taken by any tool or any from other gadget or any from other type of advanced system, you put your mind effort. I always say, whatever the intelligence comes in today's scenario, human intelligence will play a very great role. Now, no intelligence is going to beat the human intelligence. So, my dear beloved participants, this type of research, you should be very careful that just going for from the older system and making work convenient in a very easy way, in a very our time is saved and our energy is saved. You cannot copy or you cannot go for the type of recent tools and you take the disadvantage of the system. Please, the system there is we can able to give some colors, we can able to give some enhancement, we can able to give some flavors. It is not that we should copy as such, we should make it is as if it is our presentation, it is our delivery, it is our content, it is at any cost, it is not true. You are not going to be a great presenter, you are not going to be a great teacher if you adapt this kind of recent research applicable tools. So, my dear beloved participants, so it is high time that in the modern scenario, when we are living in the globally connected world, around the clock, it's not that we have only one type of time to learn, we have one type of frame to be equipped. We have only one type of system to be adapted. We have only one type of atmosphere. We are associated in a society. We are associated in a type of community where our is supposed to be a challenging task to us, where every responsibility, whatever we are assigned, is supposed to be a proven task. So, participants, when you are getting associated with these kinds of forums, when you are getting associated with these kinds of presentations, when you are getting associated with these kinds of online programs or the blended type of programs, please try to enhance your mindset. Please try to enlarge your way of the research. Please try to give the more concentration what type of new methodology you can bring from your end. It is not that one methodology is into existence and we can adapt the same methodology. Methodology can change from person to person. Methodology can change from people to people. Methodology can change from team to team. Methodology can change from group to group. Methodology can change from one type of learning system to other type of learning system. I would give importance in today's presentation. Please have a new type of methodology where you can be able to have your own type of idea. You can be able to bring out your own type of creativity. You can be able to bring your own kind of thinking. You can be able to bring your own kind of logical powers. You can be able to bring your own kind of emotions. So everything counts here. It is not only logical will speak. It is not only the formula will speak. It is not only the theorems will speak. When you come to the forum of learning, teaching and research, ultimately everything counts here. That is what I have given in the very basic definitions. Learning system, unlearning system and relearning system. We should always have these three minds open. We should always have the door of learning system. We should always have the door of relearning system. We should always have the door of unlearning system. Whatever is needed, we should take it. Whatever is not needed, we should eradicate it or we should get vanish it. And whatever is relearn, we should be able to reframe. We should be able to reprocess. We should be able to redesign, where we can see different types of new projects, different types of new research is in already into existence. Now we are supposed to be changing our planet system into the green system, into the green ecosystem. So this is one type of learning, relearning and unlearning system, where we want everything to be green. The pollution should be green, the atmosphere should be green, the education system should be green, the different types of applications what we are implementing, it should be green. Now the research is going on into the green system. So this is one of the greatest research projects, is one of the greatest research assignments what we are supposed to be seeing or witnessing in today's scenario. So, my dear beloved participants, rather than being monotonous, rather than being on a single way process, please try to indulge in multi-way process. Please try to indulge in integrated process, where you can come with your own colors, where you can come with your own idea, where you can able to come with your own formulae, where you can able to come with your own research theorems, where you can be able to come with your own research innovations. So ultimately, this will have an impact of yourself in the community. This will have an impact of yourself among the students. This will have an impact of yourself within your colleagues. This will have an impact on yourself within your workplace. This will have an impact of yourself in society on par. So this is what the topic, what I have framed today, the impact of teaching, learning and research process in the modern scenario. I hope I would have given some sort of input to the participants, and the participants would have gone some valuable key insights from this session. If there are any queries, if there are any clarifications to be asked, I open the session to the participants where they can be able to put some queries if they have any doubts to be clarified. And I need one or two feedbacks also. How do you face this session? How do you find this particular topic, whether it was really interesting or you know already many of the key traits, it is nothing new. Like so, I would like to take, I would like to accept the criticism also, because I am also in the process of learn, relearn, and unlearn process. So I will be happy to get some feedback from the audience side also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dear participants, anyone having any queries or any clarification, kindly ask. Take your times. Can you utilize the resource person? Whatever your queries or doubts or clarifications, anything you want, you can use. Please raise your hands. Renuka Devi, ma'am. Already you
Good
raised.
afternoon, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome.
This is Dr. Rajavani from BA College, Tiruvallur district. Sir, our students are very well versed in using the technology part.
Okay.
But whether the management or teachers allowing the students
Okay.
to develop like the apps,
Okay.
whether encouragement from our the teachers and management
Very.
to the students for
Okay.
resources and all.
Yeah,
How
that is
far we
what.
are encouraging students
Yes, yes.
in
This is a.
learning process.
Yes, this is a often question being raised by many teachers in many occasions. So we are giving the liberty to the students to utilize the modern technological system, but it is not that we should give them the freedom to the highest level. See, technological systems can give vital information. Informations are not alone sufficient. I always insist on this. I am always very clear on this. We might gather informations. We might have plenty of informations. That informations are not necessary that we should take all those informations into our mind. So this is the drawback. This is the problem that exists with the students. They don't understand what is the logic behind that information. They might gather plenty of information. See, there is a question. I need only 3-line answer. I need only a 2-line answer. But the students may bring 20-line answer. The students may bring sometimes 25 lines answer. So they bring only information. They are not in a state to think of, to give the work to their mindset. So please, as a teacher, as a faculty, as a research scholar, or as a professor, it is our high responsibility to mold the student's mind, not to utilize the gadgets in the longer run. This will abruptly, see, every system, as I concluded my session, any system has its own disadvantage. So students today are not utilizing their brain, for which different types of difficulties are arising in the society. So the students are, by marks, they are 90%. When they come to the examination, they are getting 90% easily. But when it comes to the interview concept, they are not up to 25% also. They are not up to the border 50% also. So where is this lacking? This lacking is they get only the information, but they are not understanding the information. If they understand the information, ultimately their mind will work properly. Their mind will go for the next type of different types of creativity. So creativity will not be given by the gadgets. Creativity will not be given by the modern systems. Creativity, it is the human intelligence, it is the human brain which should give more type of work. So I hope this is the answer for the this particular query.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
sir.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome.
So, any other participant? Kindly ask your clarification, doubts.
I will be thankful to get feedback through the feedback form also, which will increase my potential in the days to come.
Any participants? Kindly ask. Teaching, learning, pedagogy is nowadays very important. Though we have the enormous
We
experience.
have one more question.
Yes,
Yeah,
welcome.
Teachers they are very excellent in referring books,
Okay.
taking notes and handling classes during presentation. But as far as teachers, there is place for enhanced learning towards the
Okay.
technology integrated learning process. Either
Okay.
the management encourage or give space to the faculties
Okay.
to
Okay.
enhance that learning.
Uh, so it is not that everywhere only one type of system, one type of uh, process can be suitable for in a particular institution. So one type of institution may have one type of uh, learning or one type of taking the input from the system from the students. They might give assignments. One type of institution may apply giving the method of on small topics to come forward and give a presentation, which may be called as a seminar. One type of institution may apply, the students may have different types of chart works, but everything is counted. So one institution is applying only a chart type of work for the better growth of the student. That is also welcome. Another institution is applying to come with a seminar on a small topic, maximum for 5 minutes. It is not for 1 hour. It should not be for half an hour. Maximum 5 minutes, 1 minute for query. So you give a maximum of 6 minutes so that the students can come boldly, they can enhance their body language, they can show wherever they can be able to equip themselves, they can be able to relearn themselves. This type of outlook expression will ultimately change the mindset of the students. So this is one type of possibility. Other type of possibility, we can do assignments. So in assignments, it is a writing work. So whoever has the writing more, the positivity will be more in that particular person. It is psychologically proven. But the today's students are not aware of this. So in our school days, we have written more in terms of homeworks, in terms of other system. But in current system, we can see students are rarely they write everything. Even for a timetable, they are they are dependent on the gadgets. They are dependent on the touch type of system. So positivity ultimately reduces there. Positivity reduces there. Thinking power also gets reduced. So in our days, we have positivity increased more. We have learned more. We can be able to interact with the people. We can be able to find new type of problems, new type of whatever comes in front of us. We can be able to face it. But the present generation students, it is something a great disaster situation. They are more dependent on only touch. They are not having the practice of writing. So, if one institution applies a writing system in terms of assignment, in terms of the small topics, so it is also a great step. So, as a teacher, we can. It is our choice. We are the link. We are the gate between the management and the students. It is the sole freedom what we can apply. It is not that management can force, management should apply this. It is our, we as teachers, we have the choice of selecting or keeping any of the modules, any of the methodologies. So in this way, we can be able to get some new result.
Thank
thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Okay, if there are no queries, let me wind up. I once again thank the management of
Dear
St. Joseph College.
participants, sir, 1 minute. Sorry, I'm going to continue. Kindly unmute your video for photo session. Dear participant,
Sir, one more question. We have
Yes, ma'am.
the protocol of in research work. In case of research presentation, we have
Okay.
the protocol of that address case.
Yes. Yes, continue.
participant, kindly unmute your video for photo session.
Is it audible, sir?
Yes, audible. Sorry.
Ma'am, audible. One
So,
second.
like the secondary data, analysis of secondary data,
Yes.
from the social media, whether we can utilize the information and do
Yes, we can.
presentation
Yes,
research
yes.
work. Is it
We can.
possible, or still we have the traditional way of doing it?
No, we can. The secondary data can be collected by any source. We have magazines. We have in recent trend. We can utilize social trend also. It is not a harm. We can utilize.
Ma'am, anything, any question? Ma'am, Rajamani ma'am, anything, you have the question? Hello?
Yes, madam.
Shall we go for photo session?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So kindly unmute your video for photo session.
As we come to the close of this enlightened session, it's time to express our heartfelt gratitude. Now I request Mr. Q. Raj Vasantakumar to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very warm evening to one and all gathered here. It is my great privilege and honor to extend the vote of thanks on this remarkable occasion of the Faculty Development Program. First and foremost, we bow gratitude to the Lord Almighty, whose blessing have guided us throughout this enlightening event. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to our chairman, very Reverend Dr. J. E. Arulraj, whose vision and relentless dedication have been the guiding force behind the growth and excellence of our institution. A heartfelt thanks to our respected principal, Dr. R. Ruben, for his leadership and guidance in making this FTP a successful and impactful event. A resource person, Dr. M.D. Asambari, you. Thank you, sir. We are identify teaching, learning methods and to improve knowledge on recent technology adaptability and self-improvements, teaching and research, new learning style in learning and relearning system, encouraging suggestion given here for much layer system. We extend our gratitude to our dedicated faculty members for their support and commitment throughout the event. A special thanks to our participants from various colleges for their active participation and which brought energy and vibrancy to this FTP. Our sincere appreciation to technical team whose expertise ensured seamless execution of the event. As we conclude, let us carry forward the knowledge, ideas, and inspiration gained here and continue striving for a sustainable and brighter future. Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir,
ma'am.
for
Thank
your
you, ma'am.
sincere words of
Thank you.
With this, we conclude today's session. We thank all the participants for their valuable presence and enthusiasm. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again for all the participants. Thank you. The feedback link will be posted in the feedback YouTube link as well as this Google Meet. So, dear participant, kindly fill it the feedback link, third day feedback link, as soon as possible. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Shall I leave?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We
Okay.
can wind
Thank you.
up.
Yes.
நான்